Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. Now, I'm going to go over all of these stories really quickly. As you can see, I have so many open here, and some of them are doubles, but I'll get into that. I'm going to go over this as quickly as possible because there's so many stories to get through. So the first one here, Apple launches a beta version of the new Siri Shortcuts app for iOS 12. So if you guys don't remember, Apple showed this off at WWDC. It hasn't been ready for us, but for developers, you're able to get this Siri Shortcuts app through test flight if you want to. We're not sure if it's coming to the public beta or going to be allowed for us to get this, but it's not a huge deal. But if you are a developer and you want to check it out, go ahead and do that. All right, next up, Apple shares App Store retrospective ahead of 10th anniversary. So I don't know if you guys remember the App Store. These were the glory days back when it was awesome. I actually think I bought every single one of these pretty much. But yeah, back in the day, the App Store was really awesome. Back in 2009, 2010, those were really peak years in my opinion. Every app was awesome and fun. It just seemed really, I don't know, it just was a great place to kind of explore different apps, and it was really cool, uncharted territory almost. But now the App Store is really stale and bland in my opinion. That's why I don't even really do app reviews anymore, because there's just nothing that catches my attention. Everything's just a Candy Crush clone or Clash of Clans clone. But back then, these were some awesome apps. So I don't know, I just wanted to kind of share that perspective. Super Mario Run actually sucked. That was not a good game. But yeah, pretty much all these were classics. So that just kind of shows you how everything's progressed. I'm going to start closing these out as we go. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that. Just kind of think back to the old days when the App Store was awesome. All right, next up, Apple releases second public beta of iOS 12. If you guys are on the public beta train, you guys can go ahead and download this right now. I got it earlier today. So far, it's been great. It feels a little faster for closing apps on the iPhone 10, the swipe up gesture and everything. So overall, it's just a lot smoother. The GPS bug is, or at least appears to be fixed. Everyone's claiming it's fixed. So if you guys want this, go ahead and download it now. And also, yeah, the maps did get that little update. So I haven't actually looked at it yet, but it's in there. All right, next up, rumors persist about triple lens rear camera system with advanced 3D sensing on 2019 iPhone. Now, I am pretty sure this would not happen on the 2018 iPhones, but on 2019s, I can see it possibly happening. I do think there's a chance of it, pretty much no chance this year, but 2019 iPhones, yes, I think we can look forward to this possibly. I think Apple will want to push their camera game a little bit higher, and I can see this happening. So just keep that in the back of your mind. We've been going over this for a few different stories. I don't want to cram this into this episode too much, but just keep that in the back of your minds. I'm sure there'll be more rumors as we go along. Again, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you guys don't miss any of these. You know the deal. All right, next up, Foxconn expected to assemble bulk of 2018 iPhones. So this is pretty, I don't know, it's not really unexpected, but it's good to know about as we think about these rumors and how the production of these phones are coming along. So Foxconn, formerly known as Hanhai, will reportedly assemble all of the second gen iPhone 10s, 90% of the so-called iPhone 10 Plus, and 75% of an all-new lower priced 6.1 inch iPhone. They've got a great track record with Apple, so I can see why Apple would choose this. Good for them, I guess. Foxconn's going to be doing that, so just want to let you guys know. Next up, now this is a big story. Ming-Chi Kuo says 2018 iPhone lineup will have new colors, including gold, red, blue, and orange. So this is probably the story you guys are all here for. This is blowing up online. Everyone's like, oh my God, new colors. But let me kind of break this down for you guys. So to make it simple, there's going to be an iPhone 10 2, so a second version of the iPhone 10. So just think of that, but a little bit better, kind of like an S upgrade. Then there's going to be an iPhone 10 Plus, which is going to be the size of an 8 Plus, but it's going to be all screen. So it's going to look like an iPhone 10. It's going to be enormous, 6.5 inch screen. I think a lot of people are going to buy it, but it's almost into iPad territory, as many of us reporters are noting. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be unwieldy as hell. So then there's going to be a 6.1 inch lower end iPhone 10 looking device. So we're not sure what it's going to be called, but a lot of people are pointing towards it being called the iPhone 9. Now that could be a little confusing because the iPhone 10 came out last year, so an iPhone 9 coming out this year, think about in a year's time or even 6 months time, it's going to be like, it's going to get confusing because people are going to be like, you got the iPhone 10 or the iPhone 9. It's going to feel outdated at the jump because of the name. But again, it's going to be about $699. That's what I'm going to guess. It's going to start at $699. You heard it here first. But anyways, with the current iPhone 10, it's limited to space gray and silver, as you guys know. Ming-Chi Kuo believes at least 2 of the new iPhone models in 2018 lineup will be available in additional colors. So we already know about the dual SIM capabilities that's possibly coming to them, but now we're talking about new colors. So we expect the demands for the 6.5 inch OLED iPhone will be better than the iPhone 10 because of similar or lower price, but with larger display, dual SIM, dual standby, DSDS, and 3 possible casing colors, black, white, and gold. The new 6.1-inch LCD, the lower end one, is expected to boost better replacement demands than iPhone 8 and 8S. I think he meant 8 Plus there, but whatever. Due to being equipped with full screen, Face ID, selling price less than $700. Yeah, we're talking $699 here. And 5 possible casing colors: gray, white, blue, red, and orange. So gray and white might be the space gray and silver. Blue, red, and orange, that's anyone's guess. Hopefully it's the cool, Apple blue, because they always have a nice shade of that. And red and orange, maybe a product red at launch. That's kind of crazy. And orange, I don't know, maybe they meant like gold like this, even though it's kind of orangish. We do know that this was submitted to the FCC last year and it never came into light, but this was Apple's, and it expired after like 6 months, so we could see it. So April 2018 is when we saw it because of confidentiality period. So yeah, you guys can think about that. I don't know how I feel about that color. It's interesting, but it's definitely not my favorite. Steve Hemmerstoffer, who runs a Twitter account On Leaks, claims Apple is also currently prototyping 2018 iPhones with yellow and pink finishes. He also says the black that quote refers to is likely space gray. That's kind of what I just said. Following latest Ming Chi Kuo report regarding 2018 iPhone colors, I can say that the current prototyping stage, white, black, likely space gray, gray, lighter gray, red, blue, yellow, orange, and pink are still all on the table. So that's pretty crazy to think about. Let's see what this link is. If it's a picture or not, I don't know. It's a GIF. Okay, never mind. I don't really care about that. That's a little bit weird. All right, so that's that. You guys know, this is the scoop right here. So these are the colors that are possibly coming. So let me pull this up here because 9to5Mac has a nice picture here of some renders with a blue, red, I guess a goldish, and then an orangish. I don't really like any of these shades, to be honest with you, except the red. I think the blue needs to be darker. I think this looks like crap, and this color is just not that good. But yeah, so this is their story, pretty much the same stuff we already just read about. So I'm gonna close that out, and I'm gonna close this out. So that's that. All right, Apple registers several new Mac and iPad models in Eurasia. So we already saw that Apple registered some new iPhone models a while back, and those never actually came. So like we never saw an SE this year yet. So this doesn't mean anything for release dates, but it does get my hopes up that we will see one possibly before the September launch of Mojave. So if this launches before the new macOS version, that could be an interesting timing strategy by Apple. The 5 Mac model numbers are A1931, A1932, A1988, A1989, A1990, indicating 2 distinct ranges. The last 3 numbers may relate to expected refreshes for the 13-inch MacBook Pro with and without Touch Bar, the 15-inch MacBook Pro, while the first 2 could reference a refreshed 12-inch MacBook and a potential replacement for the aging MacBook Air, which Apple has been gradually phasing out. The 5 new iPad model numbers are harder to decipher, but Apple is expected to launch new models of iPad Pro later this year featuring slimmer edges, a faster processor, custom-built Apple GPU, true depth camera, and support for Face ID. This is actually really cool that we are seeing this now. It definitely gives me hope for a 2018 MacBook. I've been holding my wallet, just waiting to give Apple my money, my $3,000 of hard-earned cash for this new MacBook. And you know, they've been dragging their feet and it's disappointing to a lot of us pro users, but come on Apple, release that 2018 MacBook Pro, 15-inch, maxed out, let's get it. All right, next up, we already went over that. All right, this could be the death of Twitter. So this could be actually a pretty important story, but I'm just cramming it into this video. Twitterrific already has removed push notifications and live streaming features ahead of Twitter API change. So Twitter is taking away the third-party APIs for push notifications. If you guys use a third-party client like Twitterrific or Tweetbot, you're not going to get any of the push notifications and live streaming features. So that's why I'm saying this could be the death of Twitter. I mean, if Twitter tries to force people to use their first-party client with the ads and everything, and I personally do use it. I use the first-party client, but I don't use Twitter that much. And this is really going to cut down a lot of the users, I think, because most people don't want to use that first-party Twitter client. So I don't know, it's just sad. So August 2018 is when it's all going to come to an end for sure. But Twitterrific's getting ahead of the curve. So whatever, Twitter, you guys, I don't know. Twitter's been dying recently anyway. I don't really use it that much anymore, but it used to be cool. But Twitter, kind of getting washed up. All right, next up, latest report suggests LG will supply 3 to 5 million OLED screens. So if you guys didn't see our other video, we said that the report stated 2 to 4 million. Honestly, I think that this is just a rehash of that exact same story. They just wanted to up the numbers a little bit, put their own spin on it. Whatever, this is a non-story here, so I'm gonna skip over it, but I just want to let you guys know LG is gonna supply a small amount of the OLED screens for this year's iPhone. So keep that in mind, possibly the iPhone 10 Plus. So if you guys are going to get that, just know you might be getting that LG display, which is not the best. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next one. Apple is dropping Intel as a radio chip supplier, killing off the product. So if we scroll down here, a new report claims Apple has notified Intel that it will not use the chip maker's radio chips in its 2020 iPhones. It goes on to say that as Apple was the primary customer for the combined 5G, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth chip, Intel has now halted development of the product and disbanded the team from working on it. So I guess Apple is just jumping ship. They're either going to create their own or they're going to go with Qualcomm, MediaTek even, but we'll have to see what happens there because that's kind of a big blow for Intel there since Apple was their main buyer. So that's all I got for this video, guys. That was a really long video. It's going to take a lot of editing. If you guys enjoyed the video and you like staying up to date, like a lot of shows and, you know, tech YouTubers, they'll just put up like 3 of the main stories. I'm going through all of the main stories. So they'll skip over shit. I ain't skipping over anything. So you guys are going to get all of the Apple news right here in one spot. So if you appreciate that and you appreciate the time and effort put into these videos, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon so you guys get alerted. Comment down below, say what's up. I reply to pretty much everyone. But that's all I got for this video, guys. Again, thumbs up, subscribe. Peace.